Young will be here, and Orange Juice Jones will be here to make my birthday dreams come true. He will be performing the song The Rain, as in, I saw you and him walking in the rain. It's maybe the best song ever. But I seem to be one of the very few people who know it. But that is tomorrow night. If you can measure the worth of a man by the catchphrases he coins, our first guest is enormous. His fascinating new documentary is called Supermensch, The Legend of Shep Gordon. It's available now on DVD and Blu-ray. Please welcome Mike Myers. Coming. It's very good to have you here. You were here a few years ago, and you've had like 2 kids since the last time you were here. You're
yes.
a double father now.
Is that what they call that? Double father?
That is, yes, what
or
we call
father of 2.
Here in the United States, a double father.
Double father.
Yes,
right.
Don't challenge me. I'm an American.
I am too. And a Canadian. I'm a Canadian, American, and I'm English.
Oh, you're all 3, though. Can you have a triple citizenship?
Yes, you can. I am an international man of mystery. I do. I have 3.
Do the kids get that, too? Do they get all those citizen?
If they're good, they'll get that, yeah. I don't know. What a good question.
Thank you
you're
very
smart.
Much. Yeah, well, you know.
I didn't know you were going to be smart. It scares me.
Well, I'm sorry. But again, congratulations on the children.
Thank you so much.
Are you enjoying being a father?
Oh, it's the best thing. You know, this is the happiest time of my life. Yeah, I always wanted to have kids. I thought I was going to like it, of course. I didn't know I was going to love it. I was very nervous. You know, Spike is our first kid, Spike Allen.
Great name.
Thank you. It is my dad's name. Very Liverpool name, Spike.
Wow.
And Sunday Molly Myers is
Sunday.
Sunday,
nice. Because
my wife and I hate Sunday.
Really?
So, yeah. So we wanted to turn that around.
Oh, wow. Well, I hope the opposite doesn't happen.
Yes.
This gives you another reason to hate Sunday.
No. We love Sunday. Sunday's fantastic.
Well, that's good.
But I did a lot of reading.
You did?
Yes. As you know, I'm 48. I had Spike, you know, or my wife Kelly had Spike.
Yeah, right.
And I have a fantastic book that I want to recommend, but it has a very, very horrible title, unfortunately, which is Fathering Your Toddler, which is the book, which is, I know, it sounds what it sounds like, you know. And I was just going, I had to take the cover off. I was reading it. It's unbelievable, fantastic advice, but it just feels like, you know, we're sitting here doing work while you're over there fathering your toddler. I was like, couldn't there be a better name? You know, what's his next book on chess, Beating the Bishop, or, you know, on vegetarianism, Slamming the Hand?
I think
you know,
only you would take that from the book, but then you're a triple citizen. That's the kind of thing you guys notice.
I guess that makes me a triple threat, yes.
You seem like you'd be a fun dad.
I try to be a fun dad. My son is a very, very hard critic.
He is?
Yeah. And he does do the thing that comedians do, which is to not laugh.
Great.
Even if he likes it, he'll go, funny, Dada. Funny. That was good. And if I do it too much, he goes, too much, too much, too much.
Do you get him into, like, the things that you liked when you were a kid?
Yeah, I have this thing I do, slow-moving monster, which is just a monster that moves slowly. You know, so it's like slow-moving monster. And
does that thrill him?
Yeah, he loves it, but he goes, you know, can slow-moving monster go faster? Like, the essence of my character is that I let you get away. And it was the same, it's the same character that my mom used to do. I just realized, and I called her up. My mother's English. She's very, very witty, my mom. She said, well, I've created a monster, haven't I? It's absolutely true.
That's cute.
Monster, so it continues.
That's right. How old were you when you knew you wanted to be a performer and do comedy and acting and that sort of thing?
If one is to know at the zygote stage, I always did. I didn't think it necessarily was going to happen. you know, growing up in Canada is a very interesting thing. You know, we're sort of this country looking south with our nose pressed against the glass and go, well, I would love to do that. That seems fantastic. I will say this about Canada, which is pretty fantastic for people that complain about big government. I took an aptitude test. It was 40 pages. This is when I was 15. And everybody in Canada had to take this vocational aptitude test. And I thought, just for the hell of it, I'm going to answer it completely honestly. And I thought that maybe I might want to be an architect, although my dad was like, what would you want to do that for?
Really?
Why don't you be like an actor? That would be great. And I was like, oh, okay. No, be an actor. But I took the thing, and I thought, architect. So I answered it really honestly, 40 pages. They sent it off to Ottawa, came back 2 weeks. That's the capital of Canada. Thank you. And it's the longest undefended border in the world. Anyways, came back, and I looked at it, and what they thought I should be was remarkable.
You should be remarkable?
No. Yes. No, it said, we think Mike Myers should be a movie star.
For real?
That's what it said. Yes.
It's that specific.
So say what you will about the Canadian government.
What?
Yeah.
Are you sure your dad didn't write that in there?
But who uses the word movie star? Like, that's the thing. It's like,
parents. That's who uses the word movie star. Your father tricked you into becoming a movie star.
I'm saying the Canadian government's like saying he should be a television personality. He should be a big shot.
That's really, that's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
They still give that test nowadays?
It's called the movie star test. Yeah. Pretty much everybody in Canada, they thought should be a movie star.
If you pass, you put your handprints right in the cement.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, when we come back, we're going to talk about, well, you're a movie director now. You've directed a really terrific I don't even know if it's fair to just call it a documentary, because it is more than that. Mike Myers is here.
Thank you very
much.
It's
called Supermensch, The Legend of Shep Gordon. We'll be right back.
Portions of Jimmy Kimmel Live are brought to you by Smirnoff. Exclusively for everybody. Please drink responsibly.
That is Mike Myers' movie, Supermensch, The Legend of Shep Gordon. It's, well, you obviously will tell it better than I, but this is a guy who's a manager of, he became a manager at Jimi Hendrix's suggestion, and he's managed a lot of famous people.
He's the most famous person that nobody's heard of. I describe him as Marshall McLuhan, Brian Epstein, and Mr. Magoo if they had a baby. He's just a fantastic guy. He was Alice Cooper's manager on Wayne's World, and I'd never been in a movie, let alone like had a movie that I've written and co-star with fantastic Dana Carvey. It's like, I mean, imagine like you're gonna have your first movie and it's with Dana Carvey. It's like you already started with a double, you know, and you're already at bat, you know?
Yeah.
So I didn't know anything about anything, and then Lauren said, oh, there's a problem. You have to talk to Alice Cooper's manager. I'd never met a manager before. He came in, he was bald, he had gray hair and a ponytail, and he had a satin tour jacket. Now, I was a punk rocker, and I was like, who is this guy? I'm going to hate this guy. And he said, there's a little bit of a problem. I know you want Alice Cooper for the movie. And you want it to be 18 and school's out. How about something from the new album? And I was like, how about no? Right? He goes, listen, I would hate for you to, not hear the song. I think you're going to love the song. He played it. It was Feed My Frankenstein. I liked it. In the script, it said 18 and school's out. And he said, yeah, it's not going to happen. And I said, well, that's what I want. And he said, I also happen to know you start shooting in 2 weeks and you don't have a choice. I was like, wow, mobster. I was like, I dig this guy. But he was so incredibly nice about it, and I just started to talk to him, and he knew, it's 6 degrees of Shep Gordon. He knows everybody. So I started going to Hawaii, and he'd let me stay at his house, and I would write down names, and I try and think of obscure names like Groucho Marx. Yeah, I was Groucho Marx's manager. What? And he was. Raquel Welch. Yeah, I managed Raquel for about 2 years. And then I was like, Doug McClure. I met Dougie. Charlie Chaplin, I had lunch with him at the Savoy. All true.
These stories are so crazy. Do you know that they're all true? Because
they are.
I mean, he breaks up what he thinks is a rape going on between Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix, and that's how he gets into show business.
Because he says yes and he helps people. Like, that's his whole thing. He's living proof that there's a way to make a fantastic living in this business and still be a human being. You don't have to be a perfect human being. He is, after all, an ethical hedonist.
Yes, he seems to have been through a lot of ladies.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
And he is imbibed.
Well, I tell you what, you hear documentary and you think it's going to be very serious, but this is a lot of fun to watch.
Oh,
and what a character this guy is, and what a great job.
I love him so much. I loved him before I started. I've been begging him for 20 years to do this.
He must be thrilled with this.
He's cavelling.
Yes, I would think so.
There's a cavell. There's definitely a cavell.
Well, take a look at it. It's called Supermensch, The Legend of Shep Gordon. You get it on DVD and Blu-ray. That's Mike Myers, everybody. Thank you very much, Mike. We'll be right back.
The Jimmy Kimmel Live Concert Series is presented by AT&T.